shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stacks up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. This be my tunnel music. They cut that confetti, I'm running through it. They play that whole lane, I'm running through it. And if they run at me, let my youngins do it. I just married, I'm honeymooning. I got hot on my own, and ain't nothing coolin'. I don't punch in no clock, a sun and moon. I'm shot, bullet, proven, let it go. Wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stacks up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. I'm so iconic. Yeah, I'm so iconic. Yeah, they don't get it, but I got it. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my whole cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking weed.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
2nd and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
Watching that play unfold, watching him complete it, brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs to the 27-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Throwing now is Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And Lance, he's going to change the play. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Lance. That's complete to Laporta. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Lance going to sneak it, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there in the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Off of play action, here's Lance. Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
They'll They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Play action. Now it's Lance. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Lance.
And this is going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Duvernay in motion. Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
The Lance going to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball.
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Pass taken in. Ball is big tight end.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
3rd and goal, McCarthy.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
J.J. McCarthy.
Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Vikings are back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Here's 2nd and 7. Hand off now to Gibbs.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
It looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
To the air with McCarthy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's McCarthy.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 10. The Lance now to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters, they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Throwing is McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Hall want to give up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Hall again on 2nd down.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings.
Breece Hall, 53 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Whether it's offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. The offense defense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Ball has it knocked loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. To throw, it's Lance. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards. Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Lance looking to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On play action, Lance. He'll buy some time right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Lance to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And he's got this to Jefferson. Able to get it up past the 45. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun. McCarthy. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead is Hall. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down. McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Back to throw. Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now 2nd and 4. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Fourth down to give to Gibbs. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back. I've got this call.
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory for it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on set him back on second.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. That's to the tight end, Laporta.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Now Lance.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
This will be caught inside the 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Extra point right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.